Hey, what's going on, cool kids? It's your main man, Mr. Murchie here, coming at you live with this first video going deep into biology. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm glad to be here, and let's jump right into it. One of the words you're going to have to know in this unit is biology. Biology simply means the study of life. Anything actually that ends in ology means the study of. So biology, bio means life, ology means study of. So study of life, living things. By the end of this unit, I'm going to ask that you be able to summarize the characteristics of all living things. To start us off, I want to ask you this question, and I want you to circle this on your notes. Is a computer alive? Go ahead, think about it for a second, and circle yes or circle no. Without really knowing, I can't see you through this video here, I'm guessing that most of you circled no. And you are right, a computer is not alive. But what if I asked you to defend that decision? How do you know that? How do you know that a computer is not alive? Why did you say no? Okay, that's a more interesting question. And it's a question that scientists have been asking for a long, long time. What makes something a living thing? All the pictures on the screen right now are alive, but what makes them alive? They're all very different things, but they are all alive and they have some things in common. We are going to study those things that they have in common. And before we do that, I want to acknowledge that everything in the universe is either alive, dead, or non-living. Those green plants that you see on your screen are alive. The leaves that have turned brown are dead. And the rocks, well, they've never been alive. Those rocks have been here for 4.5 billion years. So those are non-living. Dead is easy. It was once living, but now it's not. Non-living means it was never living, like the rocks. But what makes something a living thing? And that's what I'm so excited about in this unit is we're going to go deep and talk about 6 characteristics of living things. They develop and grow, they reproduce, they have cells and they're made up of cells, one or more cells. They evolve, they respond to their environment, and they have DNA. One way to remember this is this acronym, or what do you call it, like a mnemonic device, a memory tool called Dr. Herd. Okay, or Dr. Serd. I said Herd. I meant Dr. Serd. Look at your screen there. You got develop and grow, reproduce. We've got cells. They evolve. They respond to their environment, and they have DNA. All right. So when we get to our test later in this unit, this can help you remember what the 6 characteristics of life are. You don't have to remember this right now, but we're going to come back to this over and over. Today we're going to talk about 2. Okay, today we're going to talk about doctor, develop and grow, and reproduce. Okay, check this out. Growth is exactly what it sounds like. It's an increase in size, and you'll see a picture of the humans on the top right corner of your screen. It starts out as a baby, then you grow up and you become a teenager, then an adult, and then an old man or an old woman, or however you identify. So that's pretty straightforward. Living things grow. Okay, they grow on their own. All right. If you develop, that just means that you're changing, or you're becoming larger, stronger, or you change in appearance. Look at that little seedling changed throughout its life. It started as a seed, and then it grew into a plant, and then a tree, and now it's producing apples. So it changed in appearance a lot. Kind of think about a butterfly. A butterfly starts as a caterpillar, and then it goes into a cocoon. It changes its appearance, and it becomes a butterfly. So living things, they grow and they develop. Okay, that's the first one. Develop and grow. What is it? Develop and grow. That's the D from Dr. Serd. Other things that living things do is they reproduce. And one of the ways they do this is sexually. Sexual reproduction means that there's 2 cells from different parents that come together and unite. The pictures on your screen there, you see a family tree. You also see 2 cells in the middle there. That's actually a sperm cell and an egg cell. Yep, they're both cells, even though they look very different. But the egg cell comes from a female and the sperm cell comes from a male. And when they unite, they create their own DNA, or the DNA. They basically, their DNA gets entangled and a new cell emerges. And lots and lots of living things reproduce sexually. Not just animals, those plants. Plants do sexual reproduction as well. You can see this little diagram is kind of hard to follow, but what you need to know is that pollen is like a sperm cell, and plants have there's male plants and female plants. I don't know if you knew that. But when the pollen travels through the air or maybe latches onto a bee, and that bee flies around trying to get nectar, that pollen is then introduced to the female plant, and the cells inside the plant mix and they create their own DNA, and the new plants, new seeds develop, and those are spread out. So humans and plants can do sexual reproduction, but they can also do something called asexual reproduction. A just means not. Okay, most times, or a lot of times, when you see the letter A in front of a word, it just means not. Okay, not sexual. So there are animals and plants that can reproduce asexually, meaning they. Sorry, my son just walked into the kitchen. I'm recording a video. Do you want to say hi to my whole class? Say what's up. They can't see. I mean, this is.
Hello.
That's Oliver. No, go away. No, I'm just kidding. Asexual reproduction just means not sexual reproduction. A new organism has only one parent. A single-celled organism divides in half to find a new organism. It's kind of a crazy thing, actually. Some Komodo dragons do this. There's some fish that do this. Some spiders where female or male, actually, they just have babies all by themselves, and they don't need ever to have sex or get with another animal in that sense. So there's two types of reproduction, right? You got sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction, which just means not sexual. So in summary, today we learned that biology is the study of life. There are 6 characteristics of living things that we're going to learn about. The first one we studied today was developing and growing, and the second was sexual and asexual reproduction. Cool. That's all for today. Check your progress tracker to see what's next, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I'm going to pause this now.